And you are welcome, most welcome to the Lady Circle. It is the only destination for some enlightenment and education on a Saturday evening at 6 p.m. And we are delighted to be spending time with you over the weekend. We love coming your way each and every Saturday to have some fun. My name is Helen Apia Ampofo, and these beautiful dancing ladies that you see flanking me here, Sika Osei Douglas and Regina Van Helvest. They're fired up, they're excited for yet another Saturday. Wow, Sika, you're looking very...
I'm giving them legs.
Yeah. You're giving us legs, okay?
Classy.
Regina, what are you giving us? You're giving us body?
It's giving fly.
It's giving fly.
Baby. Sue is ready. Are you ready to fly with me?
We're ready to
I'll
fly.
jump on your back. I'll jump on your back. How you ladies doing?
We're doing
Good.
well.
It's always a great time when I meet these beautiful ladies. But of course, when we come to you every Saturday evening, knowing that we're going to bring you 1 hour of just joy, entertainment, it doesn't get better than the Lady Circle. So you're in the right place, especially if this is your first time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You've made the right decision, indeed. And tonight is going to be very entertaining, like I said, enlightening. We're going to have some fun. Something tells me tonight you're going to keep on laughing. Trust me.
Actually, that is true. And speaking of making the right decisions, we want you to make the best decision to go for Yas sanitary pad and go for Tasty Tom every time you're cooking that delicious meal.
All right. Well, a very big appreciation also going to Glutha White as well as MTN. And of course, Boudin Le Creator.
And finally, Yamvita and Cowbell, you've been so good to us. Thank you so much.
Well, speaking of laughter, I cannot wait. My belly is ready to be laughing and overflowing. In fact, our guest today has won over the nation with her wit, authenticity, originality, and all-around beautiful personality. She is a TV personality, as well as an entrepreneur, and the list goes on and on and on. If you don't believe me, watch the video, and let's see who I'm talking about.
Abba Martin, widely recognized as Abba Dope, the vibrant Ghanaian TikTok sensation and lifestyle influencer, whose journey from nursing to entrepreneurship has captivated audiences worldwide. Abba's path to success began with her completion of nursing training in Ghana, followed by a service stint at the prestigious Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Her determination led to pursue further studies in nursing in China, solidifying her expertise in the field. Returning to Ghana with newfound knowledge and ambition, Abba embarked on her entrepreneurial venture, establishing 3 thriving restaurants across Accra. With locations in East Legon, Osu, and Achimota, Abba not only realized her dreams, but has also created employment opportunities for over 50 young individuals. Abba Dope's story is a testament to resilience, determination, and the pursuit of one's passions. Through her innovative spirit and commitment to excellence, she continues to inspire others to chart their course and make a lasting impact in their communities. Abba Dope, welcome to the Lady Circle.
Helen, we almost left you out of that.
Yeah, just as well, because I was going in a very different direction. So you guys have got this.
Yes.
See, I love when the guests come with so much vim. What an entrance.
Miss Dope.
Yes, dear.
It's saying.
Oh, you and I.
Bien Boko.
I agree. I know. I agree. You know, like what? Where did it
Because
come from?
Manka Fantana Manka Brofu.
Mixinina.
And never come brofu.
Okay, no, the Eka Brofu, right?
Yeah.
Because when I was young, I realized I'll be very great. So I chose that vision. I chose that word for a reason. And I saw God manifesting that in my life. You see, I agree. And when I tell you I agree, meaning I agree.
Yes.
And yeah, I am rich.
I am billionaire. All right. Well, welcome to the show. Welcome to
you.
This is your first time coming on the Lady Circle.
Yes, please.
So we're hoping it's not going to be the last. We promise you a thrilling show. Something that you won't forget. It's going to be very memorable. Are you ready?
I'm so right there.
Yeah?
All right, well, like I told you, today you're definitely going to be in stitches. Abba Dope is one of my faves, and I know she's a lot of your faves as well. But Yas, of course, has a message for us, and we say this all the time. If you want to be confident, if you want to be comfortable during that time of the month, you're going to want to reach out for Yas. None of this discomfort and checking, making sure all is all right. Yaz will prevent any embarrassment. With Yaz, you can feel confident with no stress, and you can go for a variety of Yaz products. Abba, do you use Yaz yourself?
Yes, it's very, very good.
It's a great product. Listen,
very good.
All of our guests can attest to the greatness of Yaz. They have the Yaz Extra Long, Yaz Minty, Yaz Heavy Flow, or Yaz Herbal. You can also try the all-new Yaz Minty Extra Long Sanitary Pad. With that, you get free panty liners and also disposable bags in one pack. How amazing is that? With this, you're always good to go. So make sure that you're choosing Yaz. That means you're choosing right.
Okay, now speaking of amazing things, well, Woodine has something amazing for you. Actually, one thing I love about Woodine is that they have fabrics for every personality type. So if you're exciting, you're always happy and bubbly, they have something for you. Whatever it is your personality is, they have got you covered. Now with Woodine, you can get creative and versatile with your designs. Be confident and show off how truly African you are in your Woodine. You can go to any of their retail shops near you today and choose from a variety of trendy products to make you feel good, complement your style, and make sure you are walking in confidence. Woodine, le créateur. Is that how you say it? Sika, say it for me. Say it for me.
Le créateur.
Le créateur.
It comes from here.
From here.
The throat.
Créateur.
Yeah.
Woodine. Oh, thank you.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, more with our guest, Abba Dope. And yeah, we're diving into the issues you don't want to miss out.
Lady Circle. Lady Circle.
All right, and you are welcome back to the most exciting hour on Saturday evening. This is still the Lady Circle. And when I tell you tonight is about to be an exciting time, take my word for it. Abba Dope is our guest this evening, and we can't wait to get into the meat of the matter with her and chop it up with her, get her thoughts on some of the pertinent issues. Now, this particular issue, I think is one that is near and dear to all of our hearts. This idea of brain drain, the Nigerians call it jakpa. Some of you say, chale, afolef. Times are hard indeed. What is accounting for this huge migration of our nation's talents to other shores to seek greener pastures? Is this something we should be encouraging, or should we be retaining our talents as a nation? Well, like I said, Abba Dope is here in the house, and this is something that you can certainly relate to. Leaving your home country, going somewhere far away, just trying to make it. And now a lot more young people feel the same way like you did. They want to get out of here. How many times, and all of us ladies, are you just, walking through town, interacting with others, and they're like, chale, afolef. Chale, afolef. Kedeli. Abado, talk to us. This idea that, chale, your home country is not doing it for you. So,
Yeah.
afolef.
Yeah. So I traveled, right? I was here. I needed help. I didn't have anyone to help me by then. I lost my dad, and my mom was not really doing anything that can push me.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? If my mom couldn't help, I can help her. So I took a bold step. I traveled all the way from Ghana to China
Whoa.
without thinking of language barrier, without thinking of humanity, without thinking of how I'm going to be treated, without thinking of nothing. I was like, I'm just going. So I went there purposely because of school. I was done with nursing training in Ghana here.
Yeah.
I wanted to further my education, but comparing the school fees, I realized when I go to China, it's quite easier.
Okay.
Comparing the currency exchange and all that. So I traveled all the way to China, to my school, Hunan City University, at the Hunan province. So when I went there, I started schooling, and I was like, during weekends, we are not in school. We are at the hostel, all right, but I can try and do something. So I met some Ghanaian guys who were like, oh, for them, they do teaching as part-time job.
Yeah.
I was like, teaching? In what language? Because we are in China for crying out loud. They were like, oh, no, you can try English. I was like, oh, wow, then I'm going to give it a try. I went to different schools. I think 2 of my first schools, they sacked me
Oh.
because there were some words I couldn't pronounce. to their understanding, like lion.
Lion.
When I was in Ghana, I can lion has a tail.
Lion.
It has a big head and a very small waist. To me, uncle, when I went there, the kids were all gathered there. I was there, a tutor. I didn't know they have secret cameras capturing us. So I was like, my lion, lion has a tail. With confidence, you know. When I was done, one parent met me outside and was like, did you say lion? I said, yes, lion. I said, no, we say lion. We said, okay. I thought it was a joke. I was there, the principal came in and was like, you know what? We cannot have you as an English tutor. You have to go home. Oh. I was there for 3 days. I'm like, for me to come, if you are sacking me, I have to get paid. Yeah. So they paid me for that 3 days. I didn't lose hope. I went on YouTube. I started learning pronunciation and trying to pick up some 1 or 2 words. I'm like, you know what? My second school, I'm not going to be sacked. Yeah. Unfortunately for me, I was sacked again. It was about Thursday.
What was the word this time?
Thursday, you know. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So after teaching the kids, the principal called me, was like, the T and the H sound is supposed to be on the tongue.
Yeah,
Thursday. I'm like, hey. Then it becomes Saturday and Kachina was sacking. So Monday to Thursday, they cut me off. They didn't even allow me to add Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Shum to the office. I ended on Thursday. Shum sacked. So I was like, hey, God, no. I was still going for it. I started learning more. I went to some of the guys, the Black Americans. You know, I have to work with a fake passport. If you are in China and you are having African passport, you cannot get school to teach. Okay. So I have to pay an agent for him to give me a fake Megoran. Megoran means I'm an American. So they gave me a fake Megoran passport. Then I took it to my third school. So this time I was fully prepared. I knew my words, I knew my sentences, I knew my pronunciation. I was like, I'm going in for this. And boom, I was taken.
Yeah. I love that. That is a very inspiring story. Like, you decided not to give up. But I want us to speak to our young ones, you know? Because there's this idea that when you leave the shores of Ghana, everything is going to be rosy. And I love what you said, that you didn't think about language, but you didn't think about humanity. There's something about living in someone else's country. Yes. Listen, when they say there's no place like home, it is very true. I think a lot of people think, oh, if I leave, my life is going to change, I'm going to be happier. But there are some pitfalls to leaving home to seek greener pastures.
So what would you say to them?
Okay, what I can say about this is, if you are in Ghana and you think you can fulfill your dreams, you think you have a beautiful dreams, you have this passion of doing something, but unfortunately you have no help, when you start, you'll definitely have a helper. Because moving from Ghana to different country, sometimes we'll call friends. Hello, I want to come to Canada, I want to come to China, I want to come to Europe, can I get help? Some of them will tell you, oh, come. When you come, there is an accommodation, I'll give you this, I'll give you that. But considering the monthly bill, considering the daily transportation, considering your eating, the food and everything, it's never greener there. They make it or they flaunt it like, this is so green, this is so beautiful, this is something that when you come, it's so easy. Some of them will be like, okay, come, I'll give you my document, you can work for me. When you are done paying, you can have your freedom. You can never have your freedom if you are not lucky.
But there are some people who actually do go and do.
That's why I use the word lack.
Yes,
you know. To add to what Abadope is saying, I think sometimes we also don't think about the countries we are migrating to, how economically it's going to affect them. Because recently, I think the UK Prime Minister has announced that if you are a migrant coming into their country on a work visa, you cannot come with your dependents anymore. Because they realize that, exactly, because it's too much for them to actually take these days. And lots of people want to leave the country. So I think sometimes we also need to consider the countries that we are moving to. That we're going to put too much pressure on them, their resources. Can they even accommodate us whilst we're moving to
I mean, there are countries like the UK that obviously are trying to shun people away, but there are also countries like Canada that are actually welcoming foreign.
Are they?
Oh, yes.
I mean, they're welcoming.
No, they are welcoming you because of a purpose.
Yes. So the campaign now is that they are trying to bring well-educated, well-trained, well-skilled people,
Right.
hands from the African countries
Okay.
to Canada. No, there's a whole campaign
There is.
where they're really
There is.
absolutely pushing, right? Sometimes you have those conducive, ideally conducive conditions.
Yeah.
However, when you get there, the issue is, do the people themselves
Yes.
want you there?
Yes.
It's understandable if the government decides that we're going to set up policies and enact policies to bring people, because clearly we need the hands.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
they're taking the people here that are skilled,
Yeah.
not just any
Exactly.
person,
Yep.
not
Yep.
just, oh, anybody off the street. No,
You have
they
to
want
be
to see your
skilled.
qualifications.
Yeah.
They want to see that you're going to come and build their economy.
Yeah.
And if you're not smart, you'll be building somebody else's country, somebody else's dream,
Yeah.
and not your own.
Yep.
But once again, there are some people who weigh the pros and cons, Abba.
Yeah.
And listen, the
They
dollar
decide.
and the euro is
I'm
always going to be
telling
stronger
you.
than
Yeah.
the CD.
The dollar and the euro will be stronger,
Yes.
we know.
Yes.
But every year and its rules and policies. This year, we've opened the doors, we've opened the rooms. Come to Canada. We'll give you accommodation, we'll give you job opportunities. That is for the year. Next year, there will be new rules that maybe, if you're not lucky, the dollar, the pounds, and the abadabadino will bring you back home.
And I don't want to sound hypocritical and say, well, don't go anywhere. Stay right here.
Yeah,
we don't
You
wanna
see, you
do
see what
that.
I'm saying? I don't want to be that person because things are tough.
Yeah.
And especially for those who maybe have relatives abroad who can support them. Like Abba said, if there's accommodation, you can at least feel
Yeah.
free. If there are a few family members, you won't
Yeah.
feel too lonely. But for those who maybe don't have that cushioning, really think about it, because the loneliness that can engulf you as an individual when you're not home, it has driven people mad.
Yeah.
This is the truth. You can go somewhere that is extremely racist and not feel, feel comfortable. I remember being in Italy just on holiday in Naples, and I think myself and my friend were the only black women there. And I mean, everywhere
Is
you
that what they're
went,
calling you, Beyonce?
that was in Rome.
Okay.
But in Naples, they were like Chocolatina, Lady La Mocha, Nicki Minaj. And you think it's endearing, but after a while, you can see that it's become some sort of fetish. I've gone to other places where they were blatantly unwelcoming. You know that you're not welcome there. And all those things have an effect on your psyche.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even though, in some respects, I'll say, yeah, go out there. If you have some support, go and see if you can make it
Yep.
work. Just never forget that some of those elements might also exist. And Abba, would you
Yeah.
say you felt comfortable when you were away? Or were there times when you were like, Charlie, Abba Zini?
Yeah. When I went there, especially the food we eat over there was a very big problem for me. But lucky for me, I went there with Gary. I went there with Kobe, I went there with someone.
Yeah.
Kobe Kwe.
And there's always African market
Yeah.
everywhere. Oh.
Yeah.
No,
No,
it
not in
depends
China.
on where you are going. You have to learn 1 or 2, maybe 1 to 6 months before you can be able to know, when I go to Guangzhou, I can buy this.
Yeah.
When I go to Hubei, I can buy this. But in the beginning, you were a newcomer.
Yeah.
So what were you
don't know who-
eating?
I was eating curry almost every day. Yeah.
Abba has been able to transition from jakpaing, as we say. She was out there, she was trying to make something for herself.
Yeah.
And then she decided to come back home. And as she has come back home, she's still been able to do something for herself. She's
Yep.
still been able to run a successful business, which actually lends itself to the messaging that maybe if you put your mind to it,
Yeah.
if you are maybe determined enough,
Yeah.
if you find your roots and your ways here in your country,
Yes.
you can actually make it.
Yeah.
What do you think allowed you to come back to Ghana and still be able to thrive? Because you were in Ghana before,
Yeah.
and you felt like you had to go outside,
Yeah.
but now you've come back,
Yeah.
and you're making it happen.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the people who are saying they want to leave, they are not putting their mind,
Yeah.
to what they really need to do to be able to be successful?
Yeah. I came to Ghana not purposely because I came to hustle. I came because of COVID. When it was coming, I was scared because the city was close to my province. The place where the
They were
COVID
manufacturing
started,
the COVID.
was close to my
What
province.
is this? Wuhan, they call the place.
Yeah, Wuhan, and I was
Wuhan.
at Wuhan, and I was at Wuhan. So we were neighbors.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? While I'm home, panting, being so scared, let me just come back to Ghana. So when I was coming, I bought some few things online. When I come to Ghana, when I come to do, I'm just coming because of COVID. but I don't know whether I'll be locked up in Ghana. Let me bring some things. So when I come, I sell.
Yeah.
So when I came, because I was having my nursing ID, I was able to roam while others were in the lockdown.
Yeah.
So I was roaming with a car while I have things locked at the boot. I go to apartment, I go to homes. I was selling clothes, bags, shoes. I was selling a whole lot. And lucky for me, due to prayers and like my determination, everybody that I went to patronized me.
Wow.
So I was able to raise some money. Then when I was like, okay, let me try and go to clubs and talk to their owners whether I can sell kelewele and see whether it will go. It tastes good. So I started with this kelewele and all that. D Block gave me a space at Cantonment, the Osu branch, a small space, and I was able to create some wooden structure on the space, and I was selling kelewele. Later on, I added shawarma. One day, one guy came, they were very, very tipsy. They were like, they want something pepperish. So I was like, okay, then let me do angamo for you. I started with angamo. All the guys came. They ate, they ate the angamo muchumoko. So then, whoever comes around, please, do you have angamo? Or some people came to eat angamo. I want the same. I was like, oh, this is business. I was selling only during club hours.
Yeah.
When the club closes, I close. When I realized the engagement, I was like, okay then, when the club closes, I'll buy Pepsodent and brush from a nearby shop, brush my teeth, do ablution, then restart. So then I moved from working during club hours to 24 hours. When I close, I'll go to ablution myself, and then I'll swipe right on social media. We are not only for club hours. During the daytime, she was my customer. She saw my beginning, like she saw how I was and everything.
Making the marketing work, you don't even need to do too much.
I have never, for once, paid an influencer or anybody that advertised my food for me for the past 4 years.
Wow.
Even when people didn't know me, I was still my marketer. When people enter the club, I'll go talk to them. I have angamo, I have this. I was doing my own thing.
Yeah.
So till now, I'm still doing.
A friend of mine shared his personal experience with me, and he was like, he loved ICT so much, like IT so much. But when he looked at the educational system, it wasn't rich enough to support that dream. So he had to go outside the country to get that skill to be able to chase his dream. And currently, he actually works with one of the big brands in the United States of America.
Amazing.
I am hoping that he'll be able to come down because he has faced that challenge and he understands how things are here currently with our educational system. Students that are suffering with trying to understand the practical aspects of some of these things, projects. So hopefully they can come down here to help us deal with these. Exactly. So I don't think it's always the case of going to look for greener pastures. But when you go and it works for you, you should actually consider coming down to help
to bring that expertise
honestly,
back.
Look, we have been failed several times.
There are quite a number of people who want to do that. They still come back
Yes.
and are challenged with the structures on ground. With, and then that obviously deters them. But another thing that I'm taking from Abba's tale and stories, that I think Abba is a beautiful tale of the power of personal branding. Which is something that we hear, especially in Ghana, because Ghanaians, we are timid. We don't want to, expose ourselves. We don't want to show our personality. We don't want to put ourselves out there. And understanding that, okay, fine, nobody's coming to save you. You are your own savior.
I do also want to speak to officialdom, government, policy makers, all those who are in charge.
Leadership of Ghana.
Because Professor Frimpong Boateng is a former energy minister, world-renowned cardiothoracic surgeon, heart surgeon. And he said something profound last year. He said, young people in Ghana have a future they can no longer afford to postpone. Time is ticking. It's now time for leadership to also think about the youth. A lot of people in Ghana think, when they think about the future, they don't see a lot of brightness. When they project into the future, they don't see a lot of hope. So, as the months progress, as the years progress, it's also up to government to ensure that young people in Ghana also live in dignity. That when they look on the global stage, we can feel like, yes, I too can compete. I am also here. I hate it when I'm in an international space and I see young Africans feeling timid, feeling shy, don't want to come out, but we are just as exceptional. Listen, go
Just as
anywhere in the world
intelligent.
and you see any world-class team, NASA, engineers,
Yep.
Even
doctors,
Hollywood.
We have
Surgeons,
Ghanaian,
Hollywood.
yeah.
There's a
Ghanaian
Ghanaian
somewhere.
everywhere.
That's very true.
We are more than capable. And that's why I wanted to speak to leadership is that, do you want to watch all your talents, Japa?
Leave.
Do you want to watch all your brilliant minds leave the shores? Trust me, we have what it takes. It breaks my heart
Yeah.
because sometimes you leave these shores and anything can happen to you.
Yeah.
So that's just my passionate appeal that, listen, we are somebody. Why should I leave my home?
I wasn't proud when I was in Ghana.
Okay.
Somebody would say that.
Yeah.
But when I'm outside Ghana, I still, when they are doing something and it involves African, I go and I lift my flag like I'm a Ghanaian. Who are you?
Yes.
Oh, I'm from Ghana. So meaning we are still proud to be Ghanaian.
Yes.
But just that they didn't give us what will help.
Yes.
So we think we are doing money comparison, salary comparison,
Yeah.
allowances,
Yeah.
housing and all those things. When I go there, I can get them within the shortest period. But you know, when you go, you have to come, like Sis said.
You come
if
back.
you don't come and they give the money to auntie to build the house, they'll eat the money.
Oh, yeah, they'll spend
Plenty people have
They'll
chopped
spend the
chopped
money.
most of
Yeah,
money.
I'm telling you.
I
The
think-
house in their stomach. The
Yes,
bills
it's
in their-
definitely,
Yeah.
it definitely is. And speaking about government policies and things like that, I personally think we need a total overhaul of the educational system in Ghana. In fact, this chew and pour system that we still have in 2024.
Preach on it, sis.
My goodness, I still remember my time back in University of Ghana. To be honest, I think I just passed through the school. The school did not pass through me. You know, people literally were in London, we're in the States, we're in Australia, we're in Canada. Whilst we were having classes, writing down notes, still came back, wrote exams and still passed. People were making money while some of us were sitting in hot lecture rooms. Why? Because it's a matter of taking someone's notes, reading, chewing, and going
Pouring.
to write it.
Yeah.
We really have to, it's like we need a complete
Yeah,
overturn.
yeah.
I know China now introducing AI into nurseries, into like primary schools, teaching the kids from jump.
Yeah.
What it means to be relevant and make money in this day and age. Please, where are they teaching us that in Ghana? We need institutions that come out that say, okay, let's teach you a skill. Let's teach you
Yes.
something that's going to be able to
Just-
allow you to compete with your global counterparts and actually go there, excel, come here, excel. And then obviously infuse this mentality that we can build our nation. And this is the generation to do it.
that's right.
These Gen Z people
yeah.
who don't mess
will
around with their
speak.
time.
They
and
know they grieve for
they don't
anybody.
agree for anybody. We need you to be radical and we need you to actually show that, you know what, you people couldn't do it, but we can do it.
Are capitalizing on the skills, but wow, we could talk about this for hours and hours to come.
All right, well, on that note, let's pay some bills. Let's take a quick commercial break, like we like to say here. Stock up on all your snacks because
Yeah.
it's going to be fun. After the break, more games, more interaction with a beautiful guest. As you know, this is the Lady Circle. See you on the other side.
Lady Circle. Lady Circle.
Welcome back. This is still the Lady Circle. We're having so much fun with our guest this evening, Abba Dope. So far, we've been chopping it up, talking about some very relevant themes and getting some insights into what Abba has been up to. And she's been dropping some serious gems. If you missed it, you're going to have to catch the rerun or, of course, check it out on social media. But we're segueing into that part of the show where we're able to let our hair down and have some fun. The props are already here. We have a bag of balls in front of us, many balls. And this game is going to be in teams of two, of course, so a two-woman team. What are we calling the team over here? Abba and Regina. What is your team name?
Dope Nation.
Dope. Is this Dope Nation?
Team Dope.
Team Dope. All right, we love it. So Team Dope over on this side, and I mean, as usual, Team Win. Bring it in. Bring
Yeah,
it in.
Team
Bring it
Win.
in.
We
Team
love it.
Win, baby. All right, so we're going to play this game of throw the ball into the bucket. Very simple. We're going to be doing it from this side, aiming to get as many balls into the buckets that are in front of us. And after a minute, the team with the most balls
Win.
Ready, set, go.
So for
It goes in and out. Okay, I think it's a bounce.
Oh, the bounce needs more, way more energy. Get it, see. Get it, Helen.
Hey! Aba, is it engaged, you know? Yeah. And what they engaged, you know? Woo!
Yeah. Off kilter. I have to move to this side of it.
Okay.
Yeah. We've got this. Oh, there's like 2 more in there. We've got this. Get it, see. Almost. Get it, see. Team win, baby! Nearly.
Abba! Oh! Abba!
Get it, you can do it.
The devil is a liar. Enter. Larry. Oh my God.
Nearly.
What a
Abba, the rest is for you.
Wait.
You don't have too many chances.
Oh! Last one. Let's see. Is she gonna get it in?
Abba!
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah!
All right. Let's see what we have here. Let's see.
Mari.
Listen, and trust me, it looks easy, but it's not easy.
Let me see.
I agree.
All right. Okay, let's do it this way. Team Dope, reveal for us, or reveal to us how many balls you have.
1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, it also.
All right. Who's ready to see what Team Win was up to?
Ooh.
All right, let's get into it. I think you
1,
need more hands than that, oh.
1.
A 3. Oh my God, is that 4? Do we have more?
Come on, give it to them.
In fact, you know what? Let me try something. Bring this back. Abba Dope counts for us.
In
In Chinese, let's go.
Yango.
E
E,
R
R,
San
San,
Sir
Sir,
Wu
Wo,
Liu
Liu. Come on.
Chi
She.
And that is what Team Win was able to do. So the proof is in the pudding. Woo! All right, listen, I've got to catch my breath because we have 5 things coming up. I told you today you were going to have a wonderful time. We've done had some enlightening conversations, and it goes on from here. So if class is ready, we're going to do a quick crash course on 5 things or 5 tips for socialization. Tip number 1, be approachable and open. And this goes for all of us. How many times have you maybe walked into a room and maybe there's somebody you wanted to talk to, get some information from, and they're just the demeanor. It's not inviting. It's very intimidating.
RBF.
Trust me, you don't want to be that person because word gets round that this girl or this guy, they're not that friendly.
Yeah.
People want to work with people that they can approach.
Yes.
They're not afraid to talk to. So think about that if you want
Okay.
opportunities to come your way. Listen actively. There's a saying that you need to listen to understand, not just listen to respond. You know when you're talking to somebody and you know they're just not listening to what you're saying. They want you to finish talking, so they say their bits. It's not great for socialization.
Okay.
Otherwise, nobody's going to want to be around you. Or for those who, it's not a two-way street. They always want to talk about themselves or their problems. They never ask you how you are. They never get follow-ups from you. You also don't want to be that person. Tip number 3, intimate conversation. Intimate conversation. I believe that means to initiate conversation. Don't always wait, to be asked a question. Maybe your boss is always the one that comes in, good morning, Sika, how are you doing? Maybe one day you want to go and actually initiate, knock on your boss's door. Hi, boss, good morning, how you doing? Trust me, it's those little things that people remember you for. This person is considerate. They will actually come and check on you. Find common ground. People love it when you have things in common with them, and you'll be surprised that through conversation you have way more in common with the next person than you think. Maybe you've both experienced grief. It's like little things that you might not even know until you get closer to them. You feel me? So find common ground and build on that. Maybe you both like a specific sport, then you can go out and play that sport. That also fosters good socialization. And finally, be authentic and genuine.
Yeah.
You might think that nobody has picked up on the fact that you're not being yourself. Trust me, people can pick up on it when you're not comfortable, when you're not being yourself. It's very obvious, right? And one thing I always say is nobody can beat you because nobody can be you.
Come
you are
on.
one of a kind. So be authentic, be yourself. People love confidence, and it draws people closer to you. So imbibe all of these qualities. Make sure you keep these five tips in your back pocket and use them in real life.
All right, very nicely said. Okay.
All right.
So on that note, Abba, we know you are an entrepreneur, you're a TV personality, you're a model, you're a TikTok sensation, but now we want you to be what? A presenter. Abba, just look in there and just tell them we're going on a quick break. We'll be right back. This is your thing.
We are going on a quick break, and when we're back, we give you more juice. Stay tuned.
Woo!
Many thanks to Yas Sanitary Pad, MTN, Yamvita, Onga,
Cowbell, our milk.
And there is still so much excitement happening right here on the Ladies Circle. As always, thank you so much for returning to us. We went on that quick commercial break, and I'm sure you have restocked on the snacks and the drinks. We have a little ways to go until we're bidding you farewell. A big thank you to all of our sponsors, Yaz, Woodine, Onga, Tasty Tom, MTN, Cowbell, Yamvita, and also Glutha White.
All right, well, we're crowning this episode like we always do with a fantastic session of Guilty, Not Guilty. This is Abba's first time of playing Guilty, Not Guilty. So let me just explain the rules. It's very simple. We'll ask a couple of questions, and you have to truthfully tell us if you're guilty or you're not guilty. So ladies, are we ready?
Yeah.
All right, question number 1. Have you ever had the idea to jakpa or leave the country because of doing so?
Oh, I'm close.
To be honest, you're not, no? It doesn't bother you?
No.
All the petrol and generators that you have to buy? No?
No.
Okay, all right. Number 2, have you ever traveled outside of Ghana and then missed Ghana so much you wish you could come back?
No.
No?
No.
All right. Question number 3, have you traveled to a beautiful place outside of Ghana and wish you stayed there permanently?
No.
I went to Mauritius, and Mauritius was absolutely gorgeous. In fact, I wish I could see those views every single day. What about you?
Nah, I mean, listen, no matter where in the world I find myself, I'm always eager to come.
Come back home.
I'll be honest.
Anyway, there's no place like home.
Yeah.
Number 3, have you ever traveled outside Ghana that was so developed and wonder where Ghana went wrong?
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Why, Ghana, why? Question number 5, have you ever traveled outside of Ghana and regretted it? No. It's always good seeing other places and then, opening your worldview. And then question number 6, have you ever dated a foreigner?
No.
Yeah, well, one thing.
Hey! Give us.
When you say foreigner,
Yes, somebody who's not Ghanaian, so not Ghanaian,
Jamaican,
British.
Zimbabwean.
Yes, Chinese.
Kenyan.
Hey, girlsy.
yeah, you need to develop an international palette.
Well, there we have it for guilty, not guilty. Ladies,
That was so fun.
what should we say to Abadob? She's been a great guest, hasn't she?
Oh, yeah, she
Words
has.
are not
But
enough.
Abado, you're a jack of all trades. You're doing everything, and people like that always have something up their sleeves. What do you have up your sleeve?
God willing, this year I'm not doing any restaurant branch, but I want to create a good platform for those who want to learn how to cook.
Oh, nice.
So probably it's cooking. When the time is right, I would let you know.
Okay, we see about doing cookathon.
Hey! I sent the Ghana, but the Guinness people email.
Hey, you sent it.
The time they brought the feedback, I realized everybody was jumping into it and said, hey!
Oh, so you didn't do it again.
Sometimes some dreams are delayed, you know. But nevertheless, those who went in for it equally is the same for Ghanaians. So I support them with my heart.
Okay.
Yeah. Abba, we just want to say thank you so much for being a fantastic guest.
Thank
This
you.
is not going to be the last time we're going to have you on the show. We're sure you had fun, we had fun, the viewers at home did. And Yaz just wants to say thank you. So we have a little package for you. A nice hamper from Yaz. Let me carry it and bring it to the Abba Dope. So this is from Yaz for being so authentically you. They know that you love Yaz and everything about it. So they just want to say, continue being your beautiful self. All your endeavors, they hope to support you. And thank you so much for coming on the Ladies Circle. So as you can see, it has so much that you can use for your personal self. You can use it, you can even give some of your ladies in the restaurant and share with them some cornflakes, some toothbrushes, some soap. If no, they got you. They got you really covered.
Some tickets to Japan. If you
yes. But yes, this is from Yaz.
Thank you so much, Yaz.
You're welcome.
I really do appreciate.
Welcome.
All right.
I have everything that I
Fantastic.
need in this.
Amazing
Beautiful.
stuff. Well, on that note, we're going to be bidding you adios, au revoir, see you later. What else?
Farewell.
Farewell, all of that good stuff.
How do we say
because-
bye-bye in Chinese?
Yes, actually.
Bye-bye, the meaning.
Which one is the ni